Anybody would like to share on that? Like Sylvia, would like to share on that? Have you seen any true leader in your life? Sylvia?
Yes.
Yeah, would like to share with us? Why do you think he's a true leader? Is he at level 5 already, or you think he's at level 4? But it's already very good. You really love this leader. So Sylvia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Would you like to share?
In my experience,
Yes.
as a leader, we must know what our staff or our team member, what their strengths and weaknesses, and encourage them to develop themselves.
Sylvia, would you mind speaking louder? I cannot hear very clearly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In my experience as a leader, I always try to develop my team member and give them opportunity to improve their ability and give them what training is appropriate for them.
I see.
And encourage to give them some project and let's her or he to lead that project. And I just only supervise him or her. It's very powerful. Some of my team members also have good career and move to another company and become also has position as manager in other company.
I see. Very good. Wow. So you must be loved by your people, right? Since you provide them a lot of opportunities to grow. So Tien would like to share. Sylvia, would you mind if you mute yourself? You mute yourself because I can still hear some background noise. Thank you, Sylvia. So Tien, would you like to share? Wow, now it's better.
Yes.
No more background sound. Good.
I think, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly, loud and clear.
Yes, thank you. Honestly, when seeing the 5 levels of influence, so I think it's not easy. Yes, but from my self-assessment, I am at level 3 in productions.
Wow.
So since I work till now, I see that with all the team that I worked, so I could lead my team to overcome a lot of difficulties and to reach our objectives. And our people really, how to say, willing to work, and they have the passion to work.
Wow.
Yes. So, but during some time, I see that I try to develop my people. Honestly, I try to apply a lot of tools to develop people from the self-assessment to identify their strengths or their weakness, to identify their career development, as well as all the things that they could be improved, and I try to apply other things for the training or the coaching for them. But due to the routine works, so now I have to say we always need to focus at work. So sometimes the part of development is not really focused. So I think that's this at this level, I need to develop more. Because at this moment, I really honestly when I focus on the job achievement much more than the people development. So I know I know that this the opportunity for me to develop, and I think that's I need to focus in the next time. Yes.
Very good. Wow. So I think for Kian, right? I think your staff would love you, right? Have you? I'm not sure you feel it, but based on what you told me, if I were your staff, I would love you too, because you try to develop them. Of course, you mentioned that you want to achieve business success, and so for the staff development, you are still working on it. But your staff, you feel it, right? And
Yes.
and I think it start all from your personality and also your what you think is important to you, because in the second law that we covered, what makes you a leader comes from your your character. Your character comes first, and also some of your beliefs, and also of course your experience, your relationship with them also can make a difference. So that's why we always think that as a leader we have to be inside out, right? Meaning that something from our heart, to start with our heart, to start with our personality. We cannot hide ourselves, so it has to be inside out. That's why in a lot of courses, if they want to achieve success in our lives, they all start with their mindset. They all start with their mindset training. So that's very true, right? We want everything to be inside out. It's nothing that we can do if we don't think like that. So it all starts with thinking. So that's why we all say that it's inside out. Everything is inside out. Where
Yes.
even though you achieve your personal success, your work success, everything has to start from your mindset. That's why a lot of mindset training in different organizations, also in the market. That's very true. So, Len, would you like to share, Len?
Um,
Here, right? Although we don't see you, but I know that you are here. Okay,
yeah,
so yes,
okay. So I would like to share this. So
yes.
actually, before I learning that this 5 level of leadership, so actually I didn't know much about know a lot of about myself on my leadership. So where I am at that moment. So after I know this, so I look back from myself,
Right.
whether where I am at this moment. But actually at this moment, I'm actually not quite sure about that as well, because I think that at this moment I can be at between level 2 and level 3, because in from my side, I think that I always want to do the good thing for my staff, and also want to develop them, because I think that at the end of the day, their success is also my success as well, because I need to have a strong people to support for me. Only me, I cannot do anything, right? So that is why I am very care about development for my staff. But sometimes you see, I think that is one of my characteristics. I am a hot temper person, and then I cannot keep like stable when my staff who don't have like the ownership. So at that moment, I'm very very dreadful with them. Yeah. So sometimes like that, and then I understand that is my weakness, and I'm trying to improve that. So I think that that my characteristic. So is one of kind that my staff don't fly don't don't fly from me. Yeah. So that is about myself. And the second one, I think that I can after the section I can understand more about fire of leadership, and then I look back from from our leadership team in our company to see who is at level 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
so
good.
so at this moment I think that I can understand a little bit about which person in which level and what
Mm,
is their weakness
wow.
through the section. So
Yeah.
I think that my boss is the one can be at level 5
Wow.
because because he is like very caring for staff
Mm,
about the welfare, about the salary, and about how the organization success as well. So he is very focused and spend a lot of time to make like the P&L of the company to be more successful. Yeah, and the second one, he is very care about the development.
mm,
So he on head of department a lot in development for their team,
mm,
and himself he also like put a lot of development for us. So
mm.
he spent his time to do the coaching for us. So even I'm an HR, but he still spend the time to teach me something about the commercial. Yeah,
Mm.
so I think that with me he is at level 5 of leadership, but I'm not sure with the other person can be like not be at level 5 of leadership. So
Wow.
I think that and for the next few weeks I think that I can like be sharing that 5 level of leadership for some of our manager. Yeah, so that is what I'm thinking.
Wow, very good. So then you are able to really can apply what you have learned. Wow, wow, very good. And may I have a question for you? What is your the business result of your company? Is your company able to achieve business results every year? Like this year is better than last year, something like that. How's the business result of your company under the
Yeah,
leadership
yeah.
of your boss?
Yeah, I think so. For the last year and this year, we are have good result. Yeah, so that is why I'm because my boss always think about like how we can good to get results. So at the end of
Wow.
the day, we can have like more benefit for our staff.
Wow, very good, very good. Wow, I'm very happy to hear that you have a great leader in your company. Wow, I'm very impressed. I look forward to seeing your boss one day to see how he. Wow. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so next we would like to see if you will share. I think some of you already done the exercise on how to measure your leadership skills, right? On scale 1 to 10, right? So you know where you are at the moment. And any more to share in terms of the application of the laws that we have read that we discussed last time? Any more to share before we move on to the next law? Kian, you would like to share on our homework or assignment that we covered in our last 2 sessions and our last sessions on 2 laws? Like we have some assignments on measuring our leadership skills. And if you don't know much about yourself, you can ask somebody who is close to you to do it for you so that you can have a better understanding of yourself. And if you want to really test out your leadership skills, you can go for some voluntary work. So anybody would like to share on this? Anything that you have done on this on the assignment? Just maybe just one thing. It's not really compulsory, but if you've done something, but I think most of you have done something, right? At least you know where you are, right? So would like to share anything on that before we move on? Anybody? Like, what is your plan to raise your lead? What's your plan to become a better leader? Do you have such kind of plan, or or when you do your rating of your leadership skills, what is your biggest strength? What is your weakness? What is your weaknesses? Something like that. Do you like to share anything before we move on? Anybody? Organization, me. So Sylvia, would you like to share anything before we move on? No? Okay, Kian, would like to share anything on the assignment before we move on?
No, not yet
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Hi, Rita.
Yes.
So can I have a question?
Sure.
Yeah, Rita. So let's saying that at this moment, let's saying that I'm at level 2,
Yes.
and if like I want to have a plan and step by step to move to level 4, example like that.
Yes.
So if you because when we move from level 2 to level 4, I think that from myself I also like try to do so that I can reach at that level, but I'm not sure if you have any sharing or highlight so can be reached from level 2 from level 4. So in terms of we can go by the right direction, because I think that with someone with everyone they have like they thinking about level 2, 3, and 4 maybe different perspective, and I'm not sure if you have any model that that can lead us to go in the right direction or not.
Yes, absolutely. Very good. Actually, that's why we have these 21 laws, right? Most of the laws, actually, they are the skills which help us to raise the level to the level that we wanted. That's why we come to the next law, which is law of addition. So all these are the skills that we have to adopt in order to make us a better leader. So that's why we will have subsequent sessions on how to, what these skills is about, and then for your application. That will really help you to lift yourself up to the next level. Okay? So that's why I'm going to cover the next law, which is the law of addition. Okay? If you're able to adopt it in your daily work, in your daily life, you will actually improving yourself and then move yourself to the next level. Okay? So I hope I've answered your question, because we are going to cover a few laws, which are also the skills, very important skills which will help us to improve ourselves as a good leader. Okay? So did I answer your question, Lynn?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So if no other questions, let's move on to I quickly cover the law of the law of addition, what this is about. Okay, let me pull out my file first. Okay, and I will share the screen. Share this one. Okay, so are you able to see the slides here? All of you can, right? Okay, so just maybe a show of hand if you can see it. Can you see the slides that I've shown here?
Yes.
Yes, okay,
Yes.
good. Sylvia also, right? Lynn also. Okay, very good. So the first one of the skills, very important skills that we have to learn in order for us to be a better leader, to raise us from level 1 to level 2, or from level 2 or to level 3 to the next level, is leaders add value by serving others. Okay, so what's meant, a lot of times we heard of adding value, right? So what's meant by adding value? Any idea from your side? Because we always say that we have to add value to people. Why do people pay you more? Because you have the value which you can make to your organization, right? It all measure your value. So nowadays we all talk about value. So what is your idea about adding value? Anybody? What is your idea about adding value? Like Lynn, what is your idea about adding value?
Rita, so you mean adding value, is it for our staff or for our organization or both?
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yep.
But now we are more focused on the people. So
Yep.
this time we focus on the people. Of course, we also add value to organization. We also add value to the society, right? Now
Yep.
this time we focus on people. So
Yep.
what is your idea about adding value to people? Okay.
Okay, so I think that adding value to the people, I think that we can bring something that that new knowledgeable or something that can help the staff to improve their skill, or we can like do something more for them which they do not have at this moment. Yeah, something like that.
Wow, yes, exactly. Anybody would like to share more, like Sylvia or Kian, adding value? Because the whole law is about adding value to people. Like Sylvia would like to share more about your idea of adding value. Sylvia, would you like to share? What is your idea of adding value?
For adding value is
Yeah,
mean I listen to them and get
Sylvia, you
some.
have to speak louder. We can't hear you. Speak louder.
For me,
Mm.
adding value is mean I can listen to my team member or my friends, and then I give some advice to them or some opinion of based on my experience.
Give them some
Sharing
advice, right? Is that what you meant? Give them some advice? Okay,
my
very good. Good.
experience and
Okay.
sharing experience.
Share ideas with them. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Sylvia. Kian, what is your idea about adding value? Kian?
For me, the adding value is to show for our people to see their current with the based on the fact and data to how to say and give the and then they for them the guidance to do the right way.
Okay, to give them guidance, right? Very
Yes.
good. So, Sylvia and Kian, would you mind if you mute yourself because the background noise is quite strong now? Sylvia and Kian and also Lynn, can you mute yourself? Thank you. Sylvia also. Okay, good. Okay, very good. No more background sound. Okay, good. So adding value actually is to do something which people will feel good about themselves. And then how can we add value to others? I think all of you have already told us an example. So the whole thing is focusing on adding value to people by serving them and on serving ourselves. So basically, in this John Maxwell book of 21 Law, it talks about a person. Okay, actually, the guy is the co-founder and CEO of Costco, the fourth largest retailer in the States, and also the ninth largest in the world. Okay, and his name is Sinigo. He is the CEO of the company, but he treats his people very well. How did he do it? He paid them very well. He gives them very good benefits, and he care about them. He has open door policy, and also visit every store at least once a year. And even better is that he always says that no manager and no staff in any business feels very good if the boss is not interested enough to come and see them. Okay, so he has interest in people, and also he always treat people well and give them credit. So one thing is, whenever he saw a manager letting his staff take the blame, he will fire them within a week. What do you think? Because a lot of leaders think that as a leader, we should take the blame from the team and the credit should go to their subordinates. As a leader, we should not take the credit. We should only take the blame. But as somebody has done the things well, the credit should go to the person or to go to the team, but not the leader. What do you think? Do you think it's right or it's wrong? What do you think about this? Can anybody would like to share? Like Lynn, would you like to share?
Yep. So for myself, I think that is right,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just saying that so the success of the leader is that come from the team as well. So you need to have the strong team to help you to be success, because at the end of the day you are the leader, so you just lead the people and look after where they perform their job, but the detail of the task and anything that to make it happen as a success, so all the detail must be complete by your team. So if your team cannot do as well, so at the end of the day you cannot get good result.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so that is my thinking.
Okay, okay. So how about the others? What do you think? As a leader, we should take the blame and share the credit with your subordinates. What do you think? Like Sylvia, would like to share? Sylvia, would like to share?
In my experience, I'm not only share my opinion, but sometimes I discuss with my team and encourage them to give their idea about a problem or how to solve the problem, or they have alternate solution. It's more effective and we get so many input.
I see, I see. But in your real life, have you seen any people, any leader who will fire a manager who just do not take the blame, pass the blame to their employees, to their subordinates? Have you seen somebody doing it and the leader ultimately fire him? Have you seen that happen before?
Sorry.
So, Sylvia?
Maybe others speak.
Yeah. Yes.
I can hear.
Yes, yes, yes. So let me repeat my question. In your real life, have you seen any leaders who fire his manager because his manager just passed the blame to his subordinates? Have you seen that before? Like somebody has done something wrong, and then as a manager he just, oh, it's not my fault, and he did the thing wrongly. So in the end the manager just blamed his subordinates, and then the top guy of the company just fired the manager because the manager did not share his responsibility in that issue. So what do you say? Have you seen that before, Sylvia? What do you think?
It's happened in my previous company.
Yeah.
My boss asked me uh, to fire a manager, but and I try to discuss with him what's the reason, and maybe I can change his mind about these people, but yeah, it's come back with, because he is the owner and the director, and he think his decision is order. I can't do anything to change it.
I see, I see. So after that, what have you seen any negative impact on that?
Sorry.
After that, so you did fire the manager, right? And then the reason why he fired the manager, is it because he has done something bad to the company, or he just passed to his staff? Why did the boss fire
Uh, I just I still be friends with that manager. I just explain why I have to do that, and yeah, it's already happened. We cannot change anymore.
I see, I see. Okay, so Kian, do you like to share anything? Have you seen anybody, a manager in your company, your previous company, who just passed the blame to their subordinates, and then in the end
Can
they
can
fired, they
you
were
can you
fired?
speak louder? Sorry, can you speak louder?
Okay, sure, sure, sure. So have you seen anyone like a manager in your current company or your previous company who just passed the blame to his subordinate, and in the end the leader of your company, of your boss, fired this manager because of this? Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay, so how did it happen? I'm very interested to know. Yeah.
Yes. I in my previous companies, I have the my direct line manager is was the person who always, how to say, avoid the responsibility. Um,
Mm.
yes. She was, how to say, she just talk and do nothing for the team. Let the team to try to drive by ourselves without any guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why during the operation, for sure, we made some mistake
Mm.
uh, to impact to the operation as well as the
Mm.
employee spirit.
Mm.
But when the issues happened, my line managers avoid the responsibility, and she told that this is our fault.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yes, and we finally we need to the one of the team member decide to speak up
Mm.
to higher level.
Mm.
And when the leadership team received the speak up,
Mm.
they immediately sitting with the team
Mm.
to discuss and to identify the root cause why we made this mistake, and
Mm-hmm.
what is the issue and the reason why we made the mistake.
Mm.
And during the talking like this, the talk like this, so the leadership team see the manager quality has a problem.
Mm.
Yes, so by some actions, the leadership team decide to, how to say, because if continue to let the manager there, so it may continue to have the another issue in the futures.
Mm.
So they decide to manage out the managers there here, that managers.
Mm.
So what a pity to with that issue. But I think that this is, how to say, one of the lesson we have learned,
Ah.
that when we are managing a team, we not only to set the direction,
Mm.
but we need to inspire on the team to
Mm.
follow the directions.
Yeah.
Yes, and we need to, how to say, provide the very clear guidance,
Mm.
coachings, and
Mm.
following up to
Mm.
make sure that all the team to go to the right directions,
Mm.
and encourage the team to reach the objective in the right
Mm.
way.
Mm.
Yes.
Wow, very impressed. Very impressed. So thank you, Kian. I think you have pointed out rightly that we need to inspire them and then point them to the right direction instead of just ordering them. This is our direction. Everybody has to know. So we need to get their buy-in so that they understand that that is important for them. We start with why, right? And after that, they will think of how to do it. Okay, so very good. So basically, the bottom line in leadership isn't how far we advance ourselves. We all talk about other people, how far we advance others. So that's why we achieve by serving others and adding value to their lives. And the interaction between each leader and follower is the relationship. So, all our relationship, we either add to or subtract from a person's life. This is a very interesting topic. Law of addition, we add value to people, right? So, but sometimes we subtract from somebody's life. On that, we'd like to share something because earlier we talked about adding value, right? We have done something good to the people so that they feel good about your advice and so as to improve our relationship with them. But under what circumstances you will subtract from their lives? Because the opposite of addition is subtraction. How would it happen? From subtracting something from one's life so that the people will not feel good. The opposite will be adding value. They feel good. They will feel grateful for everything that you have done for them, right? But when it comes to subtraction, how would it happen? Would you like to share on that? Anybody? Subtraction? Okay, let me tell you a story on that, okay? A lot of managers, okay, I've come across with a lot of managers who likes scolding people instead of inspiring people, okay? So when somebody has done a mistake, because I think a lot of times we make mistakes, right? Mistakes are good, but we have to learn from it and then try to avoid next time. So this is how I teach my daughters. Mistakes are good, especially when they were small. Mistakes are good. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, right? But I have to learn from mistakes and then move forward. So a lot of times in our daily work, we make mistakes. That is very common, but yeah. So when somebody has made mistake and the manager, because of his personality, he likes scolding that person, okay? So if I'm the person who is being scolded, okay, somebody blame me for making a mistake. So, but he has never told me how to correct the mistake. Just scold me by making the mistake. Pass all the blame on me. So when I go home, do you think I'll be in a good mood? Maybe during the day, you will not be in a good mood, right? So when you go home, you will not be in good mood. And then when you are not in a good mood, when your kid comes to you saying that, Mom or Dad, would you like to play with me? What will be your response? Because somehow you are not happy, right? So you just tell your son, your daughter that, oh, I don't have time. You just play by yourself. So because of this, your kid also feel the unhappiness in you. So your kid will not be happy. So in the end, maybe the whole family in that evening will not be happy at all because somebody has just subtracted from you. So this is what we call a subtraction. So it's something that a lot of times we might not do it intentionally. We might not do it intentionally because it's our personality. We're just saying that, oh, I scold him because this is my way of teaching him so that this person will be more careful next time. Some people really have this kind of mindset. I have a boss who likes scolding people because he thinks that scolding is an effective way to teach them so that they will not make the same mistake again. But he has never known that this is also the way to subtract them from their life. After scolding, he will be unhappy. When he's unhappy, he'll carry this unhappiness to his team and also to his family. So in the end, everybody will be affected. And a lot of times, for those who scold people, has done it unintentionally. He may not know that he has subtracted it from other people because this is their personality. They are used to it. So we like to share on this subtraction. If we don't add value to people, we might subtract from other people's life. Anybody would like to share on this subtraction? If we don't add value, we might subtract from somebody's life. Like to share on this? Len, would like to share on this? Len, would you like to share on this? On this is being a subtractor.
Yep. So for this point, I think that that is the most important as a leader as well, because if we like cannot like at this, and so as a leader, as a manager, if we cannot like add any value to our team, so at the end of the day we cannot have any follower like what you are saying.
Yeah.
So in my life, during the time I'm working, so I think that I also see a lot of manager like this. Yep. So I am so at this moment. So let's think back. So I'm not sure why is it, because so from my last company, so there is one person. So he is like IT manager. And at that moment, so all the staff, I think that don't follow him, and and no one would like to would like to listen to him. But at the end of the day, they listen to him because he is their manager. So but I think that for the relationship at that moment, they cannot work well, and the turnover at that department is very high. So so the staff telling me that they cannot learn anything from their manager, and he didn't added any value to them. So whenever he got the assignment from above, he just like cascade to them and do not have any guidance or any instruction for that. Yeah, so so that is what is the case that I have ever seen before, and I think that's yeah, sure, for the adding value to our people, that is the most important thing, because we are something like the people who ride the bus, and then we need to ride the bus so that we can come to the place that where we want. Yep. So that is my sharing.
Very good, very good. Who would like to share? Kian, would like to share about this subtractor? Subtractor.
Yes, I agree with Link.
Yeah.
How to say, very difficult to be a good leader if we don't have any added value for the team or for the people. So we couldn't achieve our goal. So but how to say, we need to push the people first, and to take more interest for to take more impact to our people.
Very true, very true. Sylvia would like to share on this subtractor. Have you come across with a lot of subtractors in your life?
It's maybe happen when sometimes we will realize nobody perfect. Yeah, sometimes we make a mistake and gets a problem, and make a project is not going well. But usually we only focus on someone mistake and blaming him or her. It's not good, because the motivate our team, all the team, and the person who make mistake become ashamed with others, and sometimes also self-defense, and became a debate in the meeting. I don't like it. Usually I will stop the discussion, and I will say, why we only focus on the mistake and blaming someone, but why not we are discuss what the solution? what we can do to repair the situation.
Yeah.
And it's more effective when I say that.
Wow. Good.
It's
Thank
my
you.
sharing.
Thank you, Sylvia. So when when you mentioned that you need to you focus on the problems but not the people, right? So
Yeah.
do you think that you have to do it intentionally? Intentionally meaning that you need to tell myself, okay, focus on the issue itself and not on the people. So that's why we come to a conclusion that but when somebody just blame people, they just did it naturally, right? Some people just it's a personality. Wherever people tell me, oh, this you have done something wrong, they will say, oh no 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 no. They will try to justify themselves and saying, oh, it's not my issue, it's somebody's issue. It comes very natural, right? So a lot of times when why sometimes we have done it, we have become a subtractor without knowing it, because it's our personality. So that's why we said that it's unintentional. We have done it because it's I'm used to it. But when you want to be a person adding value, it you need to get out of the comfort zone, because people by nature is selfish. People in general, okay, they all think about themselves. Okay, so when they try to add value to people, go to the next level, they will need to get out of their comfort zone. And then when they get out, they try to get out of comfort zone, just like Sylvia mentioned, I need to focus on the issue, but not the people, so that I can do the things right. So because of that, you have done it intentionally. And if you have done it intentionally, that is good, because you are now moving from your comfort zone into sort of a zone whereby you need to do it intentionally. And a lot of people say that we want improvement only if we move out of our comfort zone. Okay? When we are in the comfort zone, you will not see a lot of changes or improvement in yourself. Only if you move out of your comfort zone, you try to make an effort to add value to people, that means you have done it intentionally, then actually you are improving yourself. So if we are able to add value to people, then we can multiply it. Okay, after addition will be multiplication, right? So then we are paving our way to become a leader, because great leaders are less interested in their position, but more interested in their positive impact on people, because they add value to people, such as big names such as Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King. They all want to add value to people. They don't care about themselves. As Kian mentioned, put people first. When we want to be at another level of leadership, we need to put people first. Say, for example, Lim mentioned about at the second level, right? Improving relationship. How can we improve relationship with our peers, with our subordinates? We put their needs first, okay? But when we do it, we will do it intentionally. That means we are moving out from our comfort zone into a zone whereby we will do things intentionally. After that, after addition, we'll multiply. The result will be multiplied. Meaning that when you have done it to your staff will feel it, will feel the good about it, and they will also do it to other people surrounding them. So the impact is multiplication, because you are influencing them. You are not just influencing one person. You are influencing a lot of people, because for those who are influenced by you, we also influence their people surrounding them. And the people surrounding them will also be influencing the people surrounding the second group of people. So actually we are making a positive impact to a lot of people. That's why we mentioned that this is the multiplication effect. We start with ourselves, put people first, we add value to them, which is called addition. Once we add value to them, we are giving them positive impact. Then the people who received the value from you will also be giving positive impact to the people surrounding them. So this is what we call as the triple effect. Okay, You are influencing one person, and that person influencing a group of people, and this group of people influencing a bigger group of people. And then after that, maybe a lot of people will be having this kind of positive impact, because it all starts from you. That's why we call that addition will have multiplication effects. But when it comes to subtraction, it will have division effect, meaning that you subtract somebody, the people will not be happy, and then the people who are not happy will be affecting some people who are not happy. So in the end, it also have the division effect. So it's very interesting that if we add value to people, in the end, we will have the multiplication effects, because the people are affected by you, we also be affecting other people, right? That's why we always say that as a leader, we have to lead by example, because we are not just affecting our people, we are also affecting the people who are surrounding these people, right? That's why just like we try to teach our kids, right? The best way to teach our kids is to do it by yourself. You just show them you are the example without telling them what to do, and then automatically they'll do what you wanted. So basically is about this addition and then multiplication. It's very interesting, but this is life. We are impacting people, and the people are impacting their people, so that the world will become better because of this kind of positive impact. So it goes to an organization, right? You start with yourself, exercise this kind of positive impact to your team, and your team member will do this to other team, and then in the end, the whole organization will also be affected. Will also be affected positively, and in the end, that is the multiplication effect. Okay, so basically that we can see the benefits to the leaders for adding values to them, right? The benefits would be fulfillment in leading others, leadership with the right motives, ability to perform significant add with leaders, and then we can see the development of the leadership team, and also attitude or service on the team. Okay, we all start with put people first. And also comes with there's a saying that the best place for a leader isn't always the top position. No, that's why we are not talking about the first level leadership, not the position leadership. It isn't the most prominent or powerful place. It's the place where he or she can serve the best and add the most value to other people. So that is all the law of addition is about. Add value to people. Make not just the addition effect, but the multiplication effect. So in the end, the whole organization will also be affected positively by that leader. So that's why we need to develop more leaders in our organization, so that we can have more multiplication effects. Okay? So that's why I'm not sure if you have heard of servantship leadership. Servantship. We need to serve the other people. Have you heard of this term, servantship? That means we need to servant leadership. We need to care about other people. We need to add value to other people. Instead of thinking ourselves, we put other people first. Have you heard of servant leadership? Anybody heard of that? It actually has similar. Kian, you have heard of that, right?
No,
Yes.
not yet.
No. Okay. Who said yes? Kian?
Yes.
Or who said yes? Lynn?
Yes. Me.
Me? Lynn. Okay. So Lynn, tell me a bit more about this servant leadership. It's actually of the same meaning of adding value to people.
No, Rita. So I haven't heard that.
Okay. It's Kian, right? Kian said yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kian, tell us a bit about your understanding of servant leadership.
I heard the server leadership as we treat our team, our people as the customer, and on our actions need to put our customer at the heart of the actions. Yes. So we lead them, we lead our people, but we need to at the same time we need to give them the right motivations, and we need to, how to say, has the very good attitude to serve the customer. How to say, I understand that we try to serve in the best way, and bring our people, our customer, to meet their needs, during the working.
Wow, wonderful. Very good interpretation of servant leadership. Actually, it basically same as adding value to people. We put people first, and Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, always says so. This is his motto: treat your people well, and your people will treat your customers well. If you don't treat your people well, why would you expect your people will treat your customers well? So the way that you treat your people will be the way your people treat your customer. It's very true, right? If you work in an organization whereby the people are very demotivated, the company do not treat them well, giving them very poor working conditions, very poor working environment, do you think the staff will be motivated and then treat their customers well? No, right? So we all start with our staff. We treat our staff well, and they will treat your customers well. I could remember one story about a person who visits a hotel, I think in the States. And then the people in the hotel actually do not provide good service. And based on that, that person actually is a writer of a leadership book. He said that if the people working in a hotel do not really treat their customers well, he also believed that the hotel do not treat the people well, right? Because people are not really feel good of working there. They just work there because they want to earn a living. And I also mentioned, I think on one occasion, I mentioned about the best employer in the world, right? Because one of the consultancy in the States has, I think it's Aon Hewitt. They always have the selection of the best employer in the world. And then one of the criteria for them to select the best employer in the world is that if his staff can show that's 3S, then automatically the company will stand a high chance of being elected as the best employer. When we say 3S, that means staff will stay with the company. They will not want to go. The second S is they will say good about the company because they love the company so well that they just say something very good about the company without doing it intentionally. Okay, they just do it unintentionally because they really love the company. And the third S is they strive for the best for the company. They will do their very best for the company. So when this consultancy company is able to find these 3S in an organization, then the organization will automatically stand at a high chance of being the best employer. Not necessarily in the world, it can be in that country or even in Asia or Asia Pacific. So as if we are all human resources professionals, right? If we are able to strive for these 3S in our organization, I'm pretty sure your organization will be at the top of the market, no matter in terms of its business result or even in the staff motivation or in everything. You will be the best in the market. These 3S, if you're able to do these 3S. But it all starts with a good leadership skills from those leaders who manage the company. Okay, so next would be, what would the benefits to the people for adding value to them? Basically, we add value to people, we lift them up, right? We don't put them down. We lift people up, help them advance. That would be on level 4, right? We lift them up, help them advance, make them a part of something bigger than themselves. assist them in becoming who they were made to be. Wow. Actually, if we are doing it, we are at level 4 or even at level 5, because people have feelings. They will feel that whether we lift them up or put them down. And they also feel that what we have done to them will make them bigger in their lives by providing them with opportunities to grow further, making them bigger than what they think they were made to be. So that is what we call as adding value to people. The people will feel it and then go extra mile for your organization. And in the end, you will achieve business success or even your personal effectiveness. So it's so true about this adding value. And lastly, I want to cover 4 guidelines to help add value to other people. Okay. Well, how do we add value to people? 3 are fundamental, and the last one is based on faith. It's more on your religion. So for the last one, because of different religion here, I might not cover the last one. But the first 3 are very true. These are the guidelines for us to add value to others. The first one is we add value to others when we truly value others. We need to start with our heart. We add value to them because we really value them. If we don't value them, how would we add value to them? So that means we care for them in such a way that their followers feel it and know it, right? Because, you know, 3 questions from if you are a new leader in an organization, usually the staff will ask you 3 questions. What are these 3 questions? Do you care for me? Are you able to teach me? And are you a credible person? Meaning that are you with integrity? So a lot of staff will ask these 3 questions. Do you care for me? Because they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It start with relationship. You care for me, then I would like to work for you. I'm willing to go extra mile for you, but not because of position. It's about the caring, good relationship. So the first one is we need to truly value them. Okay, so we care for them, and effective leaders go beyond not harming them, but help them so that they can do better in their work. And to do that, we must value them, demonstrate that we care in such a way that they know it and feel it. Okay? So people are very special. They will feel it. And then once they have these feelings, there is a saying that people may forget what you have done for them. People may forget what you have said to them, but people will never forget what you have made them feel. Because at the end of the day, we are human beings. So the feelings, they will never forget the feeling that you have given to them. So the first one is we need to value them. The second one is how can we value them? Of course, we have to make ourselves more valuable to them. Meaning that, how can we make ourselves more valuable to them? We cannot give if we don't know. So we also we need to have some value in ourselves before we give them value, right? So we need to work on our personal growth. As Lim mentioned that he wanted to grow from 2nd level to the 3rd level and the 4th level. That means you need to work on your personal growth. And now we are having this session is one of the ways for us to grow further. So we need to grow ourselves in order for us to continue giving and offering good things to people. Okay? And then the third one is we add value to others when we know and relate to others' value. How do we know what they need? If we want to add value to them, to give them advice, to do something good to them, how do we know? It all comes to listen. Okay, tell you a story about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was the president of South America. And I'm not sure if any of you heard of him. He died a few years ago. He was well recognized in South Africa, not just in South Africa, in the world. He was put in a jail for over 20 years. So when he came out of the jail, he became the president of South America. And one of the things about his leadership was that because he learned it from his father. And one of the teaching from his father was that he was always the last one to talk in a group meeting. Wherever he had any group meeting, he would be the last one to talk. He will let everybody speak first, because by doing so, he will listen to them. He would like to know all their views before he talk. He would like to listen to them before he talk. And we all believe that we have 2 ears but only one mouth, right? So we should listen more before we speak. That's why if we want to know them, to better understand them, we need to listen to them. So inexperienced leaders are always very quick to lead before knowing anything about the team. Some inexperienced like leaders or the first level managers or the first level of leaders, they will only draw a very quick conclusion without really listening to their staff. But mature leaders always listen, learn, and then lead them. They listen to their stories and find out their hopes and dreams. So that's why it's very important that we listen to them before we can add value to them, because we need to know what they want. And the last one is more on the religion thing, is more about God. We add value to others when we do things God value. So on that one, because of different religion here, I don't cover the last one. It's more on your religion. But the first three is very straightforward. We add value to people. Firstly, we need to value them first. We need to have this heart to value them. Okay, this is what we call inside out. The second one is we need to become more valuable before we can add value to them. We cannot give what we don't have. So we need to work on ourselves by taking different kind of personal growth courses or reading a lot of books which make ourselves bigger than ourselves. And the third one is we add value to people when we know what they are value for, what they value for. That means we need to listen to them. Okay, so basically that is the law of the addition. We need to add value to people so that we have multiplication effect. And the good thing of adding value to people is that people will feel good about themselves. And then after that, we will have that kind of multiplication effect. And the whole organization will also be affected positively. And how can we add value to people? We have to bear in mind 3 guidelines. Firstly, we need to value them. We have this kind of value. We really value them inside out. Second thing is we make ourselves more valuable. And the third thing is we listen to them so that we know what their needs are before we value them. So basically it's about our law of addition here. So law of addition is leaders add value by serving them. So we also touch on this servant leadership, right? Servant leadership. So any questions so far? And we hope that we can start adding value to people. Maybe you already done that. Just continue doing it so that you can move from where you are to a higher level. While you are doing it, you are also impacting the other people in order to have multiplication effect. And then in the end, you have a great organization and also a better world. And this is also our value to the society as well. Okay, any questions about this law of leader addition? Is more on adding value to people, put people first. Always put, my theme for this year is put people first. Always think about other people before you think of we think of ourselves. And there's a saying from Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar is a very famous sales guru in the States. He has ever said that if you help enough people to get what they want, you will get what you want. Always put people first, and you will be on the right track of attracting success in your life. Okay, so any other questions? So all agree, all clear about this addition, right? Adding value to people. Any other comments before we end the session today? Any comments? Anybody? Sylvia, any comments before we conclude the session today?
No.
Thank you, Sylvia. How about Kian?
No, thank you.
Okay, very good. And then Lynn?
No thanks.
Okay, good. So after that, I will send you the assignment because we mentioned that application is the key, right? That we learn it is not really our knowledge, but we apply it is we can internalize it and become something in yourself. So I will send you the assignment so that we can apply it in our daily life. And your next lesson, in our next session in March, we will go through what we have done in terms of the application of this law or the previous laws. And then after that, we'll move on the next law, which is another skill, the law of solid ground, how to win trust from other people. Why is it so important to have trust from our people? Okay. So that's all for me. So have a very, very good weekend. I will see you in our next session. And during this time, if you have any comments, ideas, or wherever, just let us know, because we are always looking for improvement. And this is our way to improve ourselves as well. Okay? Good. Thank you, my dear. Okay, have a very nice weekend. Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.